Buona questa! Excellent!
This is Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, a truly interesting game really. It doesn't seem like a sequel so much as it does a very large expansion to Assassin's Creed 2. And as last time you were playing as Ezio Auditore, and the story actually picks up at the exact moment that Assassin's Creed 2 left off. But don't worry if you haven't played any of the previous games, because the gist of the story is recapped at the beginning of the main story. Near the beginning of Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, Ezio returns to the villa accompanied by his uncle Mario, but unfortunately it's not a very long party. Shortly after their return, an army of Templars break through the villa's barricades and basically tear the place to pieces. Because of this, Ezio is forced to go to Rome in an attempt to get a taste of revenge, and unlike its predecessors, you'll be spending the majority of the game in that one city. But don't worry, Rome is a lot larger than any of the other cities you've seen in the games before. The gameplay in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood is a lot of the same things we've seen before, but everything just feels a lot smoother. Counterattacks are more effective this time around, but you'll find yourself having to be more offensive with your moves, seeing as how enemies won't wait for you to finish their counterattacks before they strike. Climbing around the landscape is just as fun as ever, and unfortunately just as clumsy. Really, my only complaints with the game are the same as before, one of which would be the notoriety level, which I was never really a fan of. However, there is a new system of recruiting assassins once you get about halfway through the game, but it's not really necessary in order to proceed to the game's story. Aside from that, all that I really have left to say about the single player is that Desmond plays a much bigger role this time around, and you'll find yourself playing as him for a good chunk of the game. Now onto the multiplayer. This game's online certainly isn't like any other game you've seen before. It's just one of those games where you either love it or hate it. The game requires that you act stealthy if you want to succeed, otherwise you'll find that you won't fare so well with ranking up and gaining new abilities. Overall, the new multiplayer is a lot of fun, but with even the slightest bit of lag, you won't have a very enjoyable experience. In the end, if you're a fan of the Assassin's Creed games, then I would highly suggest at the very least renting this title.